What's up, y'all? Woo! Y'all ever drink out of sippy cups? Um, so I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me yesterday. It was a super long day. Just kind of just gave y'all a short story. Just didn't want to leave y'all hanging. Um, but just a little bit into what journey I'm getting ready to take part in for myself, and um, everything happens for a reason. And but yeah, definitely looking forward to also sharing the experience and just everything with y'all. Um, but my topic for today is getting there from there, or getting there from here. Um, and more so that can be said different ways and different times of depending on where you're at. You know, um, but truly understanding that I've said it in I think probably all of my videos that I've said, and have gotten a couple of questions about it. And more so what I mean whenever I say that is up here. So this journey, this self journey that I have embarked on, it's been about 4 years that I've been doing this. And as far as just myself and working with myself and my thoughts and my feelings and my tongue, and my affirmations and my manifesting and my meditating, trying to be a better mother, daughter, person, just things that it is that I've asked for, and I remember starting this journey, and my mom telling me, I was really going through a rough time 4 years ago. And just kind of felt like the rug was just, swept underneath me. And I landed on my ass, and just feeling just so defeated. You know what I mean? Like the feeling was definitely real. I believe a little bit of depression kind of came on. Couldn't stay focused, couldn't pinpoint what it was I needed to be doing. Just I couldn't get a hold of like my thoughts and my feelings. Like I was going to bed. Every night just real hard on myself. No patience with my girls. My mom trying, and my mom, embarking on her journey. She was on the journey. About, I say, about 2 years before I was, and so her, really trying to get deeper into it, and not being able to. And I can't say not being able to, because she was definitely able to. Me just making it harder, me being a headache, me being, you know, not emotionally sound. Um, but man, I appreciate her, and guys, and understand, me and my mom's relationship definitely started off with lots of strife, and just no eye to eye, no conversation, no nothing. Like just it was no bueno. Like, and on both of our parts, and it's just as we started to work on ourselves, we just became closer. Of course, as we've both, gotten older. Um, she's a wonderful grandmother, and I really appreciate her. Um, and but our relationship that we've had in the last 4 years of her being on this journey and me starting it, um, we have gotten the most clarity that when we were there, where we had all the strife and no eye to eye and couldn't have a conversation and nothing, it was definitely no way I could see now where we're at. No way would I have ever have thought we would be, or even have half the relationship we have now, and I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for, what she's showing me by her actions, and because this is what I'm talking about, guys. It definitely does not, you can't teach it. You can't teach, like, words don't teach, and so it doesn't matter what I say in my videos, you know, I know it's gonna touch everybody it needs to touch. And I'm not a teacher. I ain't trying to teach you nothing. I'm just hoping my experience, me talking about my experiences, can help somebody else. You know, because I went through everything for a reason. And I like helping people. And I think that this is a way that I can help somebody. Um, but definitely in the place to where I was at 4 years ago, guys, I definitely couldn't see the now. You know, I was definitely thinking in lack then. I was definitely always second guessing myself, given that, unknown resistance to everything that I had possibly asked for. I was fighting every bit of it by questioning myself, by not filling up my cup, you know, just not being able to see past what was in my 3D realm, that first, from getting there from here. You know what I mean? Like, and mentally, that's a statement that is for your mental. Not being able to see past what it is that you're going through every day in and day out. Whether you're short on the bills, whether you're living check to check, whatever the case may be, that you're looking at the physical. Um, if you can't look past that and look at any type of good in your day, that's a scary place. It's I know it was a scary place for myself, not even knowing what it was then, but now looking back, my thoughts, like I tell you all the time about my hamster wheel. I'm an Aries, so I'm definitely in my head, and I couldn't hang on to a thought. Not even a good thought. I could definitely run with some bad energy. I could definitely go with the bad one. But it was easier to. It was easier to. And so I thought, because it was so many of them. It was so many of them, and not enough good ones. But I had to do something about that. And I had to have had the will to want to do something about it. And until us ourselves don't have the will to want to do something about it, it's even harder to get there from here. And here is here to get your thinker up here. There, you got to be able to see past what it is that is in front of us and understand what we've asked for, truly believe in ourselves, truly believe in the craft, the process, all that stuff. Just like I tell my girls that I coach and my boys, it's three things I ask of them: work hard, trust the process, and do the work. And the reason why those three are so important is because if you work hard at your process and your craft, it's going to show. If you trust it, it's going to show. And can't nobody else do any of that work but yourself. Can't nobody do that work for you. Can't nobody trust your process. It don't matter if someone believes in me more than I believe in myself. If I don't believe in myself, I ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. These dreams I've asked for, these expectations I've asked for, they ain't gonna come true. They ain't gonna come to me. And not even that they ain't gonna come true, because what's for me is always for me. But it's just gonna continue to just wait for me and wait for me and wait for me until I'm ready. And that's that being able to get there from here. I know you can't do it from this place. And so we got to start small. I had to start small 4 years ago. Remember, I was telling y'all, I couldn't meditate for 30 seconds. And then I couldn't sit down. I couldn't finish a book. I couldn't. I would my temper with my kids. Like I was there. The fuse was. I got two kids. I've had a kid since I was 17 years old. It ain't like I ain't not had a kid. She ain't did nothing to me. She you know what I mean. And then I had another baby. You know what I mean. Like, but thinking in lack, not being kind to myself. Definitely looking at my physical realm. My baby daddy had just got locked up, and weren't together at the time. And experienced and went through our own strife and, man, trials and tribulations. And that happened right after me having my second child. And he raised my first. Has definitely been there, and in her life, and I'm thankful for that. Um, but definitely just going through things and couldn't not look at what's coming or what's gonna happen. Definitely looking at all the physical. I needed to wait a whole month before I could move into my apartment. About to have another baby. You know what I mean? Like, my man's getting ready to go to jail. Like, it was a lot going on that I could definitely see where I was. And for anyone, anyone going through their own trials and tribulations, I can definitely see how, we can't see nothing else other than what's happening right now. And but starting small, it's beautiful outside. I woke up this morning. You know what I mean? I got all 5 feet, all 10 fingers, 5 on each hand. I got all 10 toes. You know what I mean? I can see. I might need my glasses to see, but hey, I got me some glasses. I can see. Going with the little things, having to go with the little things. There was a roof over my head. I still had a bed to sleep in. I wasn't sleeping outside. I had a vehicle. You know what I mean? And having to look at that moment by moment by moment by moment, having to change my thinking. Something happened, and rather than me looking for the opportunity and whatever it was that was happening, all I continued to look at what else bad was going to happen, what else bad was going to happen, what else bad was about to come. Not looking at like, okay, that happened. I'm missing something here. I'm missing something. Well, it is that everything happens for a reason, and not understanding that, and so I slowly started to crawl out of this black hole of my thoughts, you know, meditating, a little bit longer than 30 seconds, attempting to open up the book, um, being more understanding. You know what I mean? Like, gosh, I was such an asshole, y'all. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. I'm throwing my coasters at you. You know, gosh, I was such an asshole. And not even that I was an asshole, but like just so unhappy with where I was at, or the way I was feeling. I felt like I was an asshole, and kind of just started to, downward spiral a little bit. Started drinking a little bit more than what I would have liked at the moment, you know, um, and just not even being able to grasp onto an idea, much less a thought, much less a dream. I was definitely in survival mode, and I put myself there. It didn't. It's no one else's fault but mine. I put myself there. And as I started to show myself my worth, me trying to become my number one fan again, because I'd stopped loving myself. And when I had my first daughter, um, and the first time that ever resonated with me, and I understood it, and I ran with it. You know, um, so 6 weeks before I had my 10-year-old, August 29th, 2010, um, my dad had came home from prison. And I was living with my baby daddy, and at the apartment, and he had told me, we went to lunch one day, and we came back, and I'm big pregnant. I didn't know I was gonna have her a month early, but I ended up having her 6 weeks later. So he comes to me and he's like, "Look, baby, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're going through, but baby, you have got to become your number one fan. If you don't know how to love yourself, ain't nobody gonna know how to love you. Nobody." And he goes, "Man, you gotta be your number one fan." My dad's name is Carlton, and he was like, "Baby, can't nobody tell me shit about C. Shit, I love the shit out of C. I'm the shit. I'm my number one fan. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't gotta love me. I love the shit out of C. You know, and me being in a relationship that we were going on 9 years. Um, yeah. So August 28th would have been our. Well, I can't even say going on. We made it to 28th, and my daughter came August 29th. August 28th was our 9 year anniversary, and every day for 6 weeks before that little girl had got here, I had to start telling myself that I love me. I started doing things for myself. I started, and I've always had, self confidence. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm not saying that I wasn't, but I was a different kind of depressed. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't filling up my cup. Like I was not being my number one fan. Everything else came first, but me. And so it for those ladies, and I say us because I was there. You know what I mean? Like I I didn't have problems with confidence. I didn't have problems with making friends. I didn't get bullied. I didn't get picked on. I hated a bully. I couldn't stand a bully. You couldn't pick on nobody in front of me, but I was popular, I guess. I hate using, labels, guys. But the way I felt on the inside, I was not my true number one fan. And so him telling me that then when I was 17 years old, that definitely stuck with me. And so 4 years ago, whenever me and my mom and I are going through this, I had to come back home, and I was just really going through a hard time in my life. Um, I had to really get back to just being my number one fan. I had to wake up every day, and tell myself, I'm the shit. I had to tell myself that in the mirror. You know what I mean? Because I didn't feel it. I did not feel that way. It's beautiful outside. You know what I mean? Your kids are healthy. You know what I mean? You have a place to lay your head right now. the trees, the moon, the stars, just looking at the physical, the now, being in the now, the true physical though. Not the purses, not the clothes, not the shoes, not the jewel, none of that. None of that. But the true, I mean, like simplified it down, such the cliche. I woke up this morning, got a job to go to, just the little things that we take for granted, that we forget to be thankful for. Rather than, all you're trying to do is start a momentum of positive thinking, of positive energy, getting in the habit of pulling out the good in any situation. You know, so as I slowly started to show myself, because like I said, words don't teach. So it's not like my mama was sitting up, talking to me, teaching, she had to lead by example. You know what I mean? And she tells me all the time, I was 40 something trying to figure out, myself, my inner being. She's like, you were my youngest kid. And we all at the house. I'm the youngest of three on my mom's side, and she's like, I don't got toddlers yelling at me. So if I want to meditate here for 30 minutes, hey, I can sit here and meditate for 30 minutes. Ain't nobody else looking for me for 30 minutes, you know? And I'm not dealing with a spouse, she's like, I'm not with anybody, you know what I mean? Like, and just, she was just like, it's so much more easier for her, and she was like, and I commend you. I commend you and your sister trying to change y'all's way that I've even taught y'all for so long, that it's another way, and she used to tell me all the time, she's like, you're an Aries, you're already intense. She goes, and then I parented intense. She goes, so I just made you even more intense, and rather than loving me and treating me for who I already was, who I already, you know, man, just I didn't need to be, I didn't need no more intensity. I carry my own intensity, and and she says all the time, whenever you're getting ready to tell me something about back in the day, about you, what you remember and what you learned and what went with you, she's like, I'm always like, oh my gosh, what is she about to say? What is she about to say? You know, um, but knowing that we're getting better, and she tells me all the time, she goes, baby, you're doing it every day in the grind and the hustle and the grind and the hustle. My kids are here, my man, just this, the hustle and bustle. You know what I mean? I'm working. I'm trying to do something else. You know what I mean? Like thinking I needed another job. My kids needing me right now in the physical, you know, and, not understanding, not understanding, you know, who I was, who I was, and definitely learning that just a little by little every day, little by little, work on thinking more positively a little bit more every day. Work on being in the allowing mode and the receptive mode a little bit more. And what we used to always say, at the beginning is being ready to be ready to be ready. And why, guys? Because it's hard to get here from there. It's hard to just, it don't happen in one day. Oh, I'm thinking different. I'm thinking positive. It don't happen in a minute. It don't happen in a month. You know what I mean? It's something you have to work at every day. Every day. Working hard to pull the positive out of every outcome, the lesson out of every outcome. Working on that and pushing for that and being ready to be ready to be ready. You know? And before you know it, you're finding more moments of being there, and it feels good. It tastes good. It's delicious. You know? And So I remember whenever I had started coaching, and I had gotten the job, where I was working at Panhandle OBGYN, and I was a medical assistant there. And as I was able to start meditating more and waking up early in the morning, and listening to, I started out listening to Esther and Jerry Hicks, and the lessons of Abraham, and man, it definitely changed my life, changed my kids' life, you know, um, and I started to show myself in my parenting, in my relationship with my man, my relationship with my mom, myself most important, and I lived in a duplex, and my rent was $780, and it was a 2 bedroom, and I loved it. you know, um, Before I moved in. So with me being, on my own since I was 16, I have always had to have a cosigner for everything. Um, and not so much that I couldn't, but I just didn't have no credit, and then me having a cosigner really don't help my credit, kind of help someone else's credit. Um, and then I even messed up my mama's credit a little bit, you know what I mean? Like definitely just being young and dumb, but learning, you know what I mean, like and thankful for every experience, you know what I mean. So I told myself, as I started to slow myself down and not thinking I just needed to be going all the time, and I told my mom, I said, it's going to be a landlord who's going to allow me to rent from them with my name, you know with my work history, with my name, and let me start putting something on my credit. Let this be what goes on my credit. And that's exactly what I found. um Rob had met me over there, actually before my kid's birthday party. um and so my now 10 and 6 year old are 7 days apart as far as birthdays. And so we normally always put their birthday parties together. So it was the Saturday of their birthday, and they met me at the duplex where I was able to meet them. They showed me the duplex. Um, and let's just say they were like, cool, it's yours. Show me some work history, show me some work check stubs, and we'll go from there. And so next thing I know, um, I had a duplex. It was under my name. I had something on my credit, but it was everything that was on my checklist as far as what I had asked for, what I wanted, and this is the first time that I had actually like showed myself, really doing the true work. I wasn't out, trying to looking at every a duplex, looking at every apartment, looking at every house. It really came to me, popped up on my Zillow app, and it was the price range I was thinking of, and then he was willing to meet with me, and then whenever I got there, and all he wanted was my driver's license and my work history, that was everything that I had asked for. But I was still having these moments of still second guessing myself, still having a bad attitude, still being who I needed to be with a half-ass felt cup, and I know you should look at it, well, it's half full, but no, I want my cup to be overfilled. What's on the inside is for me, and what's on the outside is for everyone I allow my energy to be around. But just now catching that grasp then, you know. So I lived in my duplex for 3 years, and was ready to, I was ready for a home. I had just gotten a German Shepherd, and she was a puppy at the time, but we knew she was going to get bigger, and just kind of thinking in lack. Remember, like I said, it's hard to get there from here. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm going to find a house. I don't want to pay no more than 800, Okay, cool. I'm just going to get a 2-bedroom. The girls are going to share, and we're just going about my business. Next thing I know, my mom tells me, Bria, what's $200 more than what you're thinking? You're saying 800 so you can be comfortable and so you can do this and the lifestyle that you want to maintain and blah, blah, blah. She goes, what do you do with $200 anyways? Go buy some weed, go buy some drink, spend it on some bullshit. What's $200 more in your house for the location, more rooms, just $200 more? And she's like, I know it seems like a lot because at the time, guys, it was a lot. $200. In my mind, that's $1,000. That's shit. I can't do that. That's what I'm thinking. So then I run into the house that I'm at now. 3-bedroom, 1-car garage, big ass shop in the back, 1 bathroom, and hey, I'm still afloat. My rent is $980, so $180, well, $280 more than what we were going to be okay with. And I don't feel it. I'm still going to do the extra. I got so much more house. We compensated the 2-car garage for the big ass shop we have in the backyard. And then we moved in August, and then I found out that following August that I was pregnant and going to have twin boys. And I have the room. But being able to see this 3-bedroom house now is cool. But then, I was tripping. Couldn't even see it for myself. And I couldn't even think of it for myself. What, $200 more in rent? I can't do it. I'm going to be spread thin. But not looking at that I couldn't do it, I should have been saying, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. But being able to get there from here is what I couldn't do at that exact moment. But I had to start with the little goals that I was steady showing myself. While I was in that duplex saying that I couldn't afford $200 more just in my rent, was more so, I was also showing myself, Bria, you have now done your own business for a whole year, maintained a full-time job for a whole year. So basically have had 2 full-time jobs for a whole year. And baby, what you making in a week doing your own business, you making 2 weeks at the clinic. You're showing yourself. But couldn't even all the way wrap my brain around it. You know what I mean? But it was those little goals that I was showing myself. I was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to meditate, to listen to my positive thinking. But then I couldn't see my 3-bedroom house. I couldn't see $200 more coming out my pocket for bills. But that's how I was looking at it. Rather than, Bria, what's $200 in something that you want? And not, I ain't gonna be able to pay that. I am gonna be able to pay it. It is gonna work out for me. And truly understanding that and believing that and living that. It's hard to get there from here. And so what I want now are these other things, and I'm writing them down. I'm writing them down. I say them to myself, and I have truly released them because I know that everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for you. But it's important that we believe that and we speak that. I am abundance. You are abundance. We are abundance. You know what I mean? But it's just time for us to put that battery pack on, y'all. On ourselves. We've been out here sleeping on ourselves. It didn't take nobody else to believe in me. I had to believe in my motherfucking self. First and foremost, I had to be my number one fan. And whatever it is that fills up your cup, you make sure that cup is filled. Society don't teach us to be selfish. It tells us you ain't supposed to be selfish. Selfish people this, selfish. No, but selfish, the real selfish we supposed to be, it's okay to say no. It's okay to care about where our energy, who we around, who we allow to soak up our energy, who we share our tongue with, who we share our thoughts with. That type of selfish. All that right there is the type of selfish that we're supposed to be. And the best way to be and to show and to teach anybody is to practice it in your life every day. Every day. You cannot continue to second guess yourself. You cannot continue to put yourself last, baby. You got to do this work. You got to trust the process. Can't nobody else do this work for us. And as long as your cup is empty or half full, you have to take out of your cup for your kids, for your family, for your work, all this other bullshit. But if this hole is full and working on it to be over full, what's on the inside is for you and what's on the outside is for everybody I'm allowing around me. Everybody can have all this energy on the outside of this cup. But as long as my cup is over full, y'all can have that energy. But ain't no more taking out of my cup to fill you up. No more. And remember, look at the right now as far as it's beautiful outside. I woke up this morning. I have a bed to sleep on. Don't look at then and be like, okay, oh yeah, I want this big ass house, but I don't have this big ass house yet, No, We gotta look at everything we have right now. Everything right now. And as long as you look at all the good things that are going along for you, you're gonna slowly start to show yourself. Slowly start to man, and you gotta believe it. You gotta trust the process that you're showing yourself. The little goals you set forth. Remember, like I said, I couldn't meditate 30 seconds. The little goals. Oh, I'm at a minute. That's a goal. But just truly just definitely believing in what it is that you've asked for, you've put out there, and just understand that it's hard to get there from here. But 1 second at a time, 1 moment at a time, and everything is always working out for you guys. Everything is always working out for you. And as long as you believe that, and you start to practice that and live that, y'all just watch how it starts to get so delicious. And man, but y'all remember, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And y'all remember also, you gotta be your number one motherfucking fan. Things are always working out for us. And remember, it's hard to get there from here. So we gotta be here in order to get there. Okay? But love y'all. I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow for Thursday, you know what I'm saying? And Friday Junior. For those of you who be looking for that Friday, you know what I'm saying? Y'all try to enjoy y'all's Thursday, be in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Catch everything that's for y'all. And I'm out of here.